Hi, welcome to Plants and Produce. I'm Andy, and don't forget to like and subscribe these videos. I'm getting a few more subscribers, but still not really enough, so really need to get on this and get some more done. Hoping you're liking the TikTok videos that are going out there right now. Daughter will do another couple of those over these next few days as the flowers have come out and put some music and stuff to them. So what I want to talk about today is potting up and seed starting and compost and that type of stuff. We're nearly at the end of the growing season, and a lot of people are still out there buying plants, buying seeds. They're buying some seeds that have got no chance of growing all the way through and getting to flower before they run out of time. So again, just look on the back of the seed packet and see whether you can't work out when your last frost date is, or first frost date is, and how long some of this stuff is going to grow. So what we just sort of did as an experiment back 6-8 weeks ago is we had some different compost, and I just wanted to show you the results and what's going on with it. So what we did is we had 2 or 3 different types of compost. We bought some really cheap crappy stuff that we just put in the seeds and let go. So we had the same tomato plants, and they've been growing for exactly the same time within a day or two of one another. So just wanted to let you see what the difference between what some of the composts are. So this one here is a marigold globe tomato. So this was the cheap, nasty, looks more like bark compost, and that's how well that's done. This one here, same deal, the Mariglobe that we planted all at the same time, and this was a more quality compost, one of the Miracle-Gro ones. So this is how this done. And then, as I keep talking about, the compost mix that I make up with some of the higher quality compost and putting some bone meal and some other fertilizer and stuff in it. This is those tomatoes. Same deal, same Mariglobe tomatoes, same, planted exactly the same time. Going to get planted out today, but that's the difference between, as I was saying in the last video about how fast you can get stuff to grow and perform just by doing something slightly different with it. So really just to prove my point, because as most people know, I'm always right anyway. Was going to let you know that don't always settle for the cheap stuff, because at the end you get what you pay for. So we'll wrap this part of the video up, and then we'll come back again and I'll show you the tomatoes that we've got growing around in a circle and the other stuff we're doing with the upside down stuff right now. Hey, so welcome back to Plants and Produce. I'm Andy. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is going to be a bit of an add-on video. We'll do some more updates as we go through the season. This is an update of the final few stuff that's left in the greenhouse. Frankly, it's been a really tough week for anybody gardening this week in this area. It's been 102, 103 most days, which is 39, 40 for you European people out there. And this morning it's only 9 o'clock in the morning and it's already 85 degrees, or 27, 28 degrees for you European guys. So it's been tough trying to keep everything watered and everything alive this week without everything getting burnt up. It's been pretty successful, and Gabriella will take a few pictures of all the flowers, because first thing in the morning when the sun's out they look absolutely beautiful. So all we've got left now in the greenhouse is really the tomatoes, some herbs, a few flowers, the strawberries. Most of the stuff now has been actually planted out or sold, so we really don't have a lot left to sell. We've got produce to sell now, but most of that we're eating at the moment, and once we really get going we'll start selling a lot of produce. The zucchinis are really taking off again now. beautiful plants this year. As you can see, the tomatoes are still really going. That's what I picked this morning so far, and looking around I can pick another one of these tomorrow or the next day, so we get about that many cherry tomatoes every couple of days. I'd like to tell you that, you know, we're selling them, but my wife is probably eating them faster than what we're selling them. So what we're going to do today is finish off a few stuff that was left in here. Around about we've got some nasturtiums left, and we've got some petunias left. So what we thought we'd do is we thought we'd make a hanging basket, but actually a hanging tray. So what I do with these hanging trays is to stop the plants getting waterlogged in the bottom. I use some perlite in the bottom just to give it a little bit of so the water can get away. And then same procedure as we always do. Fill the tray up with some moist soil. And then we'll go through and just take out a few of the nasturtiums, which have look extremely good. It's a really good root system in it. So the plan with these nasturtiums is that they'll grow up and they'll grow down into like a fan in the bottom. So the other thing that my daughter has said to me this week is, "Oh, it's so beautiful out there, look at those lovely butterflies." Well, I'll be honest with you, they may be beautiful, but if you ever want an arch nemesis, then butterflies are your arch nemesis if you are a gardener. I haven't had too many issues so far. We've done a tiny little bit of spraying with some organic pesticide, just a little bit on the cauliflowers and the cucumbers. But other than that, it's been pretty good of the way they're going. So the plan with this is going to be put nasturtiums down the centre, or down the edge, sorry. And then I'll carry on with that in a minute. And then I've still got a whole tray of petunias. And what we'll do is we just plant these down the centre, and then these ones will grow. These are a little bit more of an upright variety, so these ones will grow up into big, and the nasturtiums will all fall down into a pretty bouquet or a pretty riverfall of flowers eventually. So I will continue planting this up because it's a bit boring just watching me plant this up. So a couple of the other things that have been pretty successful this year is, like I said, the zucchinis, the cucumbers, cauliflowers, cabbage. The one thing that's been pretty much of a failure this year again is the fruit trees, and Gabriella will take a picture of that. Again, we had a late frost or a late cold snap, and it killed all the blossoms on it, so that's 2 years in a row now we haven't had any fruit off the trees. But the one thing this year that we've never had any off, but this year is absolutely loaded, and I only really planted it as a sort of memorial for my nan, because she used to have loads and loads of these, is a gooseberry bush. And again, Gabriella will take some pictures of it, but it is loaded with gooseberries this year. I keep trying to persuade Gabriella to eat them. She tried a couple and they're really not ripe, and she finds out they're not ripe in a hurry. So again, don't forget to like and subscribe. Gabriella will take some pictures of the pretty butterflies on my flowers and some flowers, and we will talk to you later.